Hannah, thanks for joining me on today's Spotlight. So it's Hannah Law from Stuart Law Transport. Hannah, over to you. Introduce us to your business, please.
So my name's Hannah Law, and my father Stuart founded Stuart Law Transport in 1991. It started off as just being him by himself, one man in a van, and he did everything, booking the jobs in, the accounts, the driving, everything. And then he's kind of built his way up to having between 12 and 13 trucks, and just under 20 staff. So yeah, he formed the business in 1991, and then in 2014 we moved to a larger premises in Cradley Heath, where we park all the trucks and offer warehousing to some of our customers.
Super. And a range of vehicles, he told me.
Yeah, from 3.5 ton flatbed pickups to 26-ton curtain siders, so quite a range of vehicles.
Great. What would differentiate you from other people doing what you do, would you say?
I would probably say our customer service, because obviously there's a lot of hauliers around, but the bigger companies kind of struggle more to do a more personalized service, where we always try and go the extra mile for our customers if they've got something awkward to move, or they need the job booked in, or they need to ring their customer half an hour before, or if it's certain opening times, that kind of thing, we'll always try and help.
Great stuff. So where's the business going? What are the aspirations for the next sort of 3 to 5 years?
Um, My dad's kind of stepping down as I'm stepping up, so it'd probably be for me to keep things going as they are, so he can take a bit of a back seat and then hopefully grow and expand the business as he has slowly done over the years. It's not an overnight thing, but to get some more trucks and drives in the next few years would be great.
Great stuff. So what would you say your biggest learning has been so far since you've been a part of the business?
Um, Obviously I'm looking at it from kind of my dad as the director's perspective, but I would say the fact you're responsible for so many people and their livelihoods, and kind of it's on you every Friday if they get paid or not. So you kind of owe it to them to keep everything going. I'd also say a lot of what his and now my job is as a director isn't necessarily to do with trucks. I think most people think, why are you working in a haulage business? You're a 24-year-old girl. What could you possibly know about trucks? But it's not actually that much to do with trucks. Obviously, part of it is, but operating a business day to day doesn't actually revolve around the vehicles. I have a fair bit of knowledge on them, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert by any means. But you kind of don't have to be. That's not always the forefront of what I do.
Mhm. Great. What about challenges? What would you say have been the biggest challenge that you've had to overcome as a business, and how did you do it?
Um, I think it kind of splits into three different parts. There's day-to-day challenges, which is things like trucks breaking down, jobs changing, things not fitting on the truck like they're supposed to, like more operational things. And then there's obviously more long-term things, such as there's a lot of legislation coming in nowadays. So, for example, for our trucks to go anywhere, like London, Manchester, Glasgow, they've all got to meet a certain spec, and that's been upgraded all the time. So, for example, Direct Vision Standard DVS in London, that's all got to be upgraded again by the end of this year. And it's £1,000 a truck. So when you're timesing that by the amount we have, it's not a small cost. So you're just always trying to keep up with where the industry's going. And then I'd also say there's obviously been a shortage of drivers over the last few years. And I know the government's pushed more initiatives to get new drivers in. But then the problem is insurance companies won't insure them if they've not been driving for 2 years. So you're kind of like, you've obviously got the older generation retiring, but the new guys coming in haven't got the experience to put under your insurance. So it's a bit of a difficult one.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, the next question won't be that distant a memory for you, actually. If you were having a conversation with your 18-year-old self, what would you say?
I definitely probably didn't think I'd be doing this. It wasn't something that I grew up thinking I would do. I've always obviously had a bit of an involvement in the business. And when I was at uni, I did a few days part-time here, but I probably didn't think I would end up here overall. But I just tell myself to kind of roll with it and do what I've done, because it's nice to keep a family business going. It'd be a shame to sell it to someone else and just kind of let it become a generic brand. So I probably wouldn't do much different. I just tell myself that if it doesn't matter next week or next month, then it doesn't matter. You have different hurdles every day, but you just kind of got to get over them, sort them. That's what it is, having a business.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Thank you. And if you had to isolate one piece of advice to give to the other business owners watching this, what would you say? What would it be?
Just keep going. And that probably sounds really cliche, but just keep going, because every day there's always problems, but you just have to sort them out and move on and kind of get on to the next thing and not let it get you down. I mean, I'd probably also give the advice of, I had another job before I came here, which I think really helped me see like a different workplace. I think I'd be worried if I'd have come in here at 18 and not seen another working environment, I might not have as much insight. But having worked in other places, I can kind of use my knowledge from elsewhere and put it into here and situations here.
Yeah, makes sense. So if we want to find out more, if people would like to get in touch, your website details are sitting below this video. What are the best next steps? What would be the best?
Either give us a call or an email, a quote, anything you want us to do. It's kind of anything you need transporting, just give us a call. We're open Monday to Friday, 8 till 5, and we're based in Cradle Heath, West Midlands. Like I said at the beginning, we go all over the place, London, Scotland, nowhere's too far. Just any transport requirements, big or small, give us a call. Some customers only have a job once a year from us, but we just appreciate every little job. If I had 1,000 small customers, I'd be just as happy as having 10 big ones. We really appreciate any work.
Great stuff. Hannah, thank you for sharing your insights with us today, and the best of luck with the business going forward.
Thank you.